here I was on my way to the airport. We parked at the train station, so it was a little walk away, and I was pretty nervous during this time, I'm not gonna lie to you. Since I never flew alone before and I'm a bit scared of flying, I was a bit apprehensive. Anyway, I got past the security and I explored the duty free, and it's quite nice. I did have to appreciate these Murakami perfumes. I just think they're amazing. And of course I had to spray some Miss Dior. I do this like every time I see a tester of it. The departure hall in Southampton is like tiny, but it has everything you need. Like, it has a Starbucks, it has a Costa, it has a WH Smith, and it has a pub upstairs. I also saw a DHC6 Twin Otter, which was really cool. I think it was on its way to one of the Channel Islands. The plane is so small that the safety demonstration is shown on a TV in the departure lounge. Here you can see I tried to record the takeoff, but sadly it didn't work. You can still hear it though, you just can't see it. Then I got a matcha to try calm my nerves, but the clip I filmed was terrible. Then before I knew it, it was time to get on the plane. Because it's such a small plane, there is no jet bridge. It actually feels like stepping on your own private jet that you share with about 40 other people. I mean, the stairs are literally built into the plane. Then I settled into my seat by the window. I didn't pay for seat selection, so I'm lucky I was sat here. Then I got even luckier because the flight attendant said she needed someone in the emergency row, and the man next to me volunteered, so I had the whole row to myself. Also guys, plein air is definitely a thing. Tell me why as soon as I get in the plane and we haven't even took off, my makeup looks like this. The type of plane we'd be flying in is an Embraer 145. I've never flown in an Embraer aircraft before, nor an aircraft this small, at least not to my memory.
The cabin crew will now demonstrate the safety features of this Embraer aircraft. Your attention during this short time is appreciated, as they will differ from other aircraft types you may have flown.
Here we were taxiing to the runway. The flight was perfectly on time, and because Southampton isn't a busy airport by any means, we weren't waiting in a queue for other planes to take off. And here we were about to take off. And now we were in the air, taking in the lovely views of the M27 and Southampton below us. As you can tell, it was really cloudy on this day. This was a little shame because I wanted to enjoy the views below me, but luckily, even though it was cloudy, there was no turbulence. Then we were above the cloud layer and I could finally see some blue skies out the window. The clouds are really fluffy. It honestly looked like I could just jump on them and lay in them like a fluffy pillow. But oh look! My phone catch up to another plane. I think it's EasyJet. Here was me trying to film the plane. I mean, it was kind of successful, you can kind of see it, but it's kind of blurry, and me constantly zooming in and out probably doesn't help either. The clouds look like big fluffy pillows. Just want to jump down and roll around in the giant fluffy clouds. But in real life I'd probably just fall straight through. It's too cloudy to really see what's happening below me, so there's no way of telling where I am other than the time. When you see the wings going up and down as the plane manoeuvres, maneuvers, you can tell you're getting close to your destination. I think it's one of the best feelings you can get when you fly, knowing that you're almost there. Also, I got this really cool shot of a plane flying below us. Another thing I love when flying is seeing other planes in the air, and sometimes I even wave to them. Then before long, it was time to land and we started descending back through the clouds. Also, I didn't notice it at the time, but watching this footage back, I now see there was a rainbow, which was really nice to see. I've never seen one from a plane before. With that, it was time to say goodbye to my plane and hello to the bus, which would take me to baggage claim. As you can see, it was rainy in Manchester, but nevertheless, it was a really pleasant flight. I would definitely do this again. Anyways, here I was on my way to baggage claim. They had this signage thing of a suitcase telling you not to mix up your bags. I thought that was neat, I don't know why. My bag was one of the first to come out, and that normally happens when I've been traveling lately. I don't know why, but I guess I'm lucky. So I am currently in Manchester Airport and my departure zone, my desk is in zone E. I'm on desk E11. So there's an hour till my flight boards. I do want to mill around in the World Duty-Free sections. I'm speed walking. seen that at all. Right, that spray is not good actually. That just smells like plain alcohol. What's this one? This one's 40. That one smells like alcohol too. What about 48? That one's quite nice. It smells like coconut. They've got a JD here. Not sure who's getting a new pair of trainers before their holiday. There's a lot of Manchester United shirts, of course, because I'm in Manchester.
So basically I am recording this during editing to say that my flight was super delayed by like an hour. I'm not sure like what a bad delay for a flight would be, because I've never actually had a delayed flight before, at least not that I could remember. I mean, once when I was 2 I was on a plane and it had to like emergency land, but that wasn't a flight delay, that was just like the plane. But you know, the plane was supposed to take off at 5 to 8 and it took off at 5 to 9. So that was kind of annoying, but still, it wasn't the worst.
Okay, so finally they put us on the bus which takes you to your plane, and I saw an A380 which was really cool, and they look even bigger in person, by the way. I mean, just look at that, it's literally like a behemoth. Anyways, as we were driving to where our plane was, honestly, it was the most beautiful sunset on this night. Combined with the airport lights, it all looked really pretty. After a nice time on the bus doing my plane spotting, it was finally time to walk to the plane, and as you can hear in the background, I'm not sure if it's audible, but there was a lot of wind on this day, and I did anticipate there was going to be like a fair amount of turbulence, which I was right about. Also, look how teeny tiny these stairs are, they're actually really cute. But yeah, I think you can hear the wind a lot more violently in this video. There was an ATR next to us, which I thought is quite cool. I do think the ATRs are quite nice. And then I saw them leaving before us, and I was like, this is so unfair. Why does everyone get to leave before we do? We're the ones delayed.
Aww. So cute!
I mean, I know at airports they have departure slots, so if you missed a departure slot that you were already allocated, you have to wait till another one. So I suppose that explains why we were waiting for a whole hour. We waited for like quite a long time inside the plane, and it was pretty boring. Look how pretty the runway lights are, oh my god. At this point we were just kind of taxiing around the airport, and I wasn't really sure like when we were going to be taking off at this point, but it was still nice like seeing everything. It was pretty cool.